That's it, folks. Ferrari wins the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the 5th consecutive year.
Mr. Ford, Ferrari has a message for you, sir.
What did he say?
He said Ford makes ugly little cars in ugly factories. And, he called you fat, sir.
We're gonna bury Ferrari at Le Mans. So the great Carroll Shelby is gonna build a car to beat Ferrari with a Ford. Correct. And how long did you tell them you needed? 200 or 300 years?
90 days.
Ford hates guys like us because we're different.
Well, we heard he's difficult.
Ken? No, Ken's a puppy dog.
It's awful. If there's a problem, the computer will find it.
Get some Scotch tape and a ball of wool.
What are they doing?
Making your car.
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man. And last night, opening night, Thursday night, November 14th, I went in and saw the new movie Ford versus Ferrari. Now this stars Christian Bale, Matt Damon, John Berthal, and Kaitrona Balif. And it is essentially the great struggle of the Ford Motor Company against, Enzo Ferraris in dominance of the fantastic 24-hour race, Le Mans. All right, and without further ado, shock a thumbs up. I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down. It's junk. I don't recommend it. And for Ford versus Ferrari, it is a shock a thumbs up. Matt Damon, Christian Bale, they both do amazing jobs, and even, John Berthal, of course, does another amazing job as Lee Iacocca, one of the marketing directors of the Ford Motor Company. Comes with a brilliant idea, as in the 60s, Ford's dominance of the American automotive, might was slipping. Henry Ford II wanted to know what they could do to increase sales. And John Berthal, as Lee Iacocca, said essentially this, that, Ford motor cars are not sexy. They were losing out to Chevrolet, Chevals, and other types of cars, Impalas even. They were seen as boxy, these Ford cars, basically leftovers from the 40s and the 50s. And they needed something. They needed speed. They needed something, that speed, to capture people's imaginations. And winning a 24-hour speed endurance race such as Le Mans over in France, which something Ferrari had basically, a monopoly on since they came along. No one could beat them. And after insulting Henry Ford II himself and his company, he decides to go forth and put millions of dollars behind Matt Damon's character, Carroll Shelby. Yes, the same Shelby who made the Mustang Cobras, and who even has his own special Shelby edition, car today. And Christian Bale, one of the greatest racers ever known, playing Ken Miles, an English race car driver who was known for his pig-headedness. Basically, they are able to create the new GT Mustangs, Cobras, that not only match Ferrari's speed and agility on the track, but also push beyond their endurance as well. There are many documentaries about the Ford Motor Company and its rivalry against, Ferrari. But this is the first big movie about it. And I'll be honest with you, I am not a race car enthusiast by any stretch of the imagination. I do enjoy watching like Top Gear and, the Grand Tour. And the Grand Tour, actually, this last season, I believe season 3 of the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, did kind of a little documentary about this very same subject, Ford's rivalry against Ferrari. And so I wasn't exactly thrilled with going to see this movie, as, I pretty much knew the whole gist of the story. But it is still a very powerful show of determination of American gumption to push into areas that of dominance by other countries. And basically, this is a movie of, in the 60s, where there was the great space race. This is along those kinds of lines where, America, comes together, under extreme circumstances, basically the underdog, to come back and pull ahead and become victors, the winners of, whatever they put their mind to it. Wonderful movie of gumption and, like I said, determination and endurance. Both driver and machine, and it's a very compelling story, and I do recommend it with a shock of thumbs up. If you're not into racing, you might want to wait until the discount days, $6 at Regal on Tuesday, or Tuesday at Consolidated for $7, or at least see the matinee. But again, Kristen Bale, Matt Damon, both do incredible jobs acting in this movie. And whether you're a fan of racing or not, it does make for a very compelling action drama, throughout. And so thus, it should be recommended to be seen, especially this weekend, when maybe the only other opening movie wide is Charlie's Angels. I'll go ahead and see that tonight and let you know how it is. But again, I'd say that this would probably win out over the box office for Charlie's Angels easily. Again, shock a thumbs up for Ford versus Ferrari, or I think in other countries it's being called Le Mans 66, which is basically because it is around the Le Mans race, the 24-hour endurance race in France, and thus, whereas maybe the rest of the countries don't know much about Ford and the personal rivalry with Enzo Ferrari. All right, thank you so much. This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, saying shock a thumbs up for Ford versus Ferrari. See it, if you can, for a matinee or on the discount days, but definitely streaming later on. And you won't be disappointed with the acting with Christian Bale, of course, and Matt Damon especially. All right, thank you so much, and aloha.